Hello, my name is Isabella Cabrera, and today I'm going to be talking about climate control and the House Bill 1708. This House Bill has been done because of how the extreme heat in prisons has been affecting many people's lives that were living in there. This matters because the summers in Texas are super hot and have become unbearable throughout the years. Many deaths have been happening in prisons and even illnesses because of how hot it is and how unbearable this hotness has become. Many losses against Texas have been happening because the deaths and the illnesses have not been little. They have been a lot and are starting to be concerning. My my take in this bill is that we should be starting to make better conditions in these prisons because it is a human right, and not because you're a prisoner it should they should be like suffering. So the bill has been a consideration because many Texas prisons do not have AC. Like in the facilities, they can reach to 100 degrees, and it really isn't like something you would wish to live in. Many medical emergencies have been happening because prisoners can't stand the heat, and not only prisoners but guards that are working all the day in there do not bear all the heat that is happening, and many lawsuits that have been costing millions of dollars are not like beneficial to the prisons. And many courts and advocacy groups have been happening because there is no AC anywhere. So this begs to a bigger question, that is, prisoners don't have actual constitutional rights because of their crimes. This leads to the Eighth Amendment, that is like no unusual and cruel punishment because of what you have done. Like, of course, prisoners have done many cruel things, that's why they're on prison, but it doesn't mean that they have to be taken away their basic rights, like um, having to bear these extreme heats. Like, this is a inhuman punishment that no human should be getting. So having like the basic human treatment is not luxury. Like, it's something that we all should have. And it's like treating prisoners with no respect, like they're not a person. And this also leads to guards not having like the same treatment they should have. Like, they also are humans, but they just work there. Like, they shouldn't be getting this horrible treatment, like not having a basic right, like AC. um this also points to staff like not wanting to work in prisons because, like, who would want to be in horrible heat if, like, it's not worth it. And the image of Texas has been very damaged because of this. So no one wants to work in prisons where everything is super hot and nothing, like, no one wants to work there. And the systems on prisons, like, they don't last. People don't last because no, they just don't want to. And leading to people not wanting to work there, there are more costs because, like, overall, Texas has been like doubtful of having the ACs installed because of cost. But if you install those ACs, like, boards will want to work there. Like, they will not have this big problem of ACs not being there. And, like, you wouldn't have to spend a lot of money like wanting to pay people because they don't want to work there. So Texas has been doubtful of putting like actual you would say like work into this law because they don't want to spend a lot of money. But they spend a lot of money because they get like a lot of um demand and law, like, yeah, demands, that they're like, this prisoner has died because of the heat. Like, these guards do not want to come here anymore because of this horrible heat. And what would be like the less expensive way to get out of this is to just start to put ACs on the prisons to stop like this problem that really doesn't have to be there if it's something basic to have. So so if you just put the ACs on the prison, like, your problems would be basically solved, because it really is the big issue with the prisons that make others not want to be there. And if they're worried about the cost, but everything is costing more because they get like a lawsuit and more medical emergencies if you have this whole place being like super hot. So preventing this would actually make them spend a lot less than just having like no ACs and no actual ventilation on their installations. So, in my view, these rights should come first. Like, we shouldn't be doing this because it really is a long-term way to save money and something that is practical. So, to sum it up, I think the House Bill 1708 is a bill that is really correct to have, and that it should be done because um, it completes the rights that people has, and it has a way to improve the overall life of prisoners, and it can also actually help Texas save a lot of money, and that just having the ACs helps us see how prisoners can have safety, and also just show how Texas takes charge of people and not just abandons them. And it should also reflect how the way their values are shown, and that it's a right thing to do. Thank you.